Up with KREM begins now.
Right now on Up with KREM, a 5,000-acre fire in Fort Washington has destroyed several buildings in the area. Nicole Hernandez joins us live from the area this morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys. So right now we are here with some of the horses, the Clydesdales that are here escaping the fire. I'll have more information about all these animals in just a minute.
And the city of Spokane got one step closer to adding fluoride to its drinking water. How a multi-million-dollar grant is making that happen.
And we're going to take you outside, talk air quality across the region, cooler temperatures, scattered showers, and possible thunderstorms, even a flood potential. We got a lot to get through.
We're tracking some breaking news this morning. A fast-moving wildfire is making its way through Stevens County. Now, these are images of the fire from yesterday. Welcome to Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis. Let's go ahead and take a look at this DNR map behind me. Now, it shows the current location of the Corkscrew Fire, and that you can see that it has already destroyed several homes and is threatening so many more. Our Nicole Hernandez is showing us evacuations in the area for people as well as animals. Good morning, Nicole.
Yeah, good morning. So I've got just an absolutely beautiful Clydesdale here. She's munching on some oats here that I graciously got from a neighbor who's helping feed some of her animals here as well. And it is just crazy how many animals they have here right now. They've got, of course, all of these horses. Earlier this morning, we were showing you the cats, the dogs, the bunnies, the pigs, goats, sheep. So many animals that have been displaced here because of this fire. Of course, owners, she's asking for more. Of course, owners are all bringing them down here because they've had to evacuate as well. I would venture to say hundreds of animals at this point here at the fairgrounds that have had to evacuate. But of course, this is a safe space for them. There are people taking care of them here, and this is all because of the fire that's burning. So right now it is burning timber, grass, and brush, and is moving quickly and causing evacuation. So take a look at this map here. You can see the red area west of Ford and north of Tum Tum is under level 3 evacuations, and that means to get out now. Level 2 evacuations are in place for the area south of Clayton. Southeast of Springdale is under level 1 evacuations. The fire has grown at such a fast rate that fire officials say that now it's twice the size of Cheney. Many residents watched as the flames raced towards their homes yesterday without a moment's notice to leave. One couple says they watched as the flames nearly reached their home.
This morning I was doing entries for our fair when I got the phone call to be here. So, and those are animals that I was just signing up to be at our fair in a couple of weeks. You know, and I've seen most of these kids since they were little. So it's hard because they're family. We might not be blood, but we're still family.
Yeah. So crews with the Department of Lands and Spokane Tribe of Indians are working on the fire. They last reported that to be 7,500 acres and 0% contained. So like I mentioned, right now here at the Clayton Fairgrounds is where people can take their animals. Some are being sent to other places as well as this place fills up. You can also bring your animals to the Springdale Rodeo. And if you have evacuated and are looking for a place to stay as well, Deer Park High School is where the Red Shelter is setting up their shelter right now. Live in Stevens County, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Now, the Spokane County Sheriff's Office is asking people boating along Lake to avoid the area between Tum Tum and the Long Lake Dam. Crews helping fight the Ford Corkscrew Fire are retrieving water from the area and are having difficulty due to boats in the way. Authorities are asking you to avoid the area for the rest of the day as well as tomorrow. The Northwest Interagency Coordination Center says 20 times more land has burned from wildfires this year compared to the same time last year. By August 15th of 2020, approximately 52,000 acres burned across Washington and Oregon. This year, more than 1 million acres have burned, and already the two states have had at least 77 large wildfires. That's twice as much as the same time last year. Now, we're following dozens of fires around eastern Washington and North Idaho this morning. So for the very latest information, you can text the word fire to 509-448-2000, and we'll send any updates directly to your phone. This morning, the investigation into the fire that started at Tiffany Manor Apartments continues. Spokane Police Major Crimes Unit is now investigating it as a homicide, and they say this is because of the circumstances around the fire. Residents of the Tiffany Manor Apartments told me yesterday that they didn't wake up to a fire alarm. Brandy Telberg says she, her daughter, and her fiance were not aware of any alarms going off. However, their material possessions became the least of their worries once they made it out safely. Now, to escape the burning during their escape for the burning building, Telberg lost her dog, Sean Onions. And later in the day, though, they were reunited.
when we evacuated our apartment, and I thought he was gone forever, and it's the only thing I cared about.
I told you he would be here.
Oh my God.
We looked everywhere.
I feel like everything's gonna be fine now.
I know, that's how I felt the same way.
Yeah, we got our whole family back.
Now they're getting help from the Red Cross like so many other families that were displaced from the fire, and the Red Cross has helped so many people already. So if you or someone you know is in need of assistance from them, you can call the Red Cross at 1-800-RED-CROSS and they can definitely help you out. All right, Jeremy, now I hope you have some good news on the weather front, because it felt a little bit cooler outside this morning when I, walked from my car.
Yeah, that's a sign of things to come. It is a beautiful start to the day. Notice we do have a little bit of a haze in the atmosphere, but it is just a little bit of a haze. And when it comes to it being a little bit better out there, let's talk about what that means, because right now, temperatures are a little bit milder. How about this one for you? 63 here in Spokane. And it comes with clouds, a couple breaks in those clouds early on this morning, but here's the real deal. Air quality continues to sit at about a moderate level here in town. A low end, so a 52 means it is okay to be breathing some of this air out there. And that's good news. Across much of the region, we are seeing those cooler temperatures as we start the day. 62 in Wenatchee, 63 in Moses Lake, 66 in Coeur d'Alene, and 59 in Sandpoint. We'll see some gusty wind throughout the day today. Notice it starts out of the south and southwest, and then eventually just turns northerly later on today after that front works its way by. And that's as we find ourselves on the backside of our low pressure center. As that low pressure center moves over the top of us, we will see some more storm activity develop here in Spokane and the inland northwest. There it starts. Notice about 9:30, 10 o'clock, we see that start. Notice the general rotation in the atmosphere. That's the low itself going over the top of us. That gives us a pretty good idea that these showers and thunderstorms are going to happen. We will see this activity. On the backside of it, wind shifts as we see a different direction, and that's good because it'll blow some of the smoke out of the region, and hopefully we'll get a bit of moisture. All said and done, I think most of us pick up about 1/10 of an inch. Locally, if you find yourself under one of those thunderstorm cells and get some heavier rain, could get about 1/4 of an inch of rain by the time it ends. But there's one thing I'm sure everybody gets, and that's cooler temperatures. We top out near 70 later on this afternoon.
Well, new overnight, the city of Spokane is one step closer to adding fluoride to its drinking water. Last night, the city voted to spend up to $600,000 of grant funds on a fluoridation water study. This study will help leaders decide whether or not to move forward, and if so, how to implement it. Last fall, the City Council accepted a $4 million grant from a dental health nonprofit to begin adding fluoride to the water. The next step is searching and selecting an engineer firm to do the study. Now this morning, it's our question of the morning. We want to hear from you. With the City Council voting to move forward with conducting a study on fluoride, would the results of the study change your mind on adding fluoride to the water? Right now, 85.7% of you all say no, it would not. 14.3% say yes. You can vote in our live Twitter poll right now, or you can text us your thoughts to 509-448-2000. It's 7:38, time for your morning rush. More news in less time. Jeff Bezos is suing NASA. His space company, Blue Origin, filed a complaint in federal court today saying NASA wrongly awarded lunar lander funds to Elon Musk and his SpaceX company. Blue Origin says the protest challenges what they are calling NASA's unlawful and improper evaluation of proposals. The filing comes a couple of weeks after the U.S. Government Accountability Office sided with NASA's decision. President Biden is standing by his decision to remove U.S. troops from Afghanistan.
I stand squarely behind my decision. After 20 years, I've learned the hard way that there was never a good time to withdraw U.S. forces.
President Biden is insisting the only aim now is to stop terrorist attacks on American homeland. More than 200 people have now tested positive for COVID-19 after going to the Watershed Music Festival. All 210 people went to the gorge at the end of July, right after restrictions were lifted. The people who have tested positive live in 11 counties across Washington, and one lives in Oregon. In a Facebook post, the Grant County Health District says it is aware of the COVID-19 cases linked to the festival. They've also reported an additional 268 cases. However, no hospitalizations have been tied to the festival. That's your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. It's that time of year when kiddos head back to school, but so many schools in our area are in need more now than ever. Tim Pham joins us live this morning to talk about how you can help right from home.
Hey, good morning, Channing. We are at Starbucks on Ruby and Sharp. We are talking about tools to schools. It's all about giving students an opportunity to succeed in our community by having the right supplies. So we're talking about tools to schools and the best first day ever coming up after the break.